Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Rob. And my ass was on time, exactly at 8 o'clock. You know, niggas don't be doing this type of shit. Today, we got y'all know PZP. Everybody know PZP in the building. We got Renee and Drew. He not feeling good today, so he'll be back for sure. And then we got Gorilla Radio, MaskOff, all type of shit going on. We got Big Tone in the building.
What's the deal, everybody? What's up? Nice to meet everybody. Renee and PZP.
And likewise, thanks to you.
So if y'all know, if y'all been watching me being on the MaskOff podcast, y'all already know me and his brother been supporting each other with the podcast struggle as he.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
Is it me or is he froze?
Some shit came up.
Oh, okay.
You back? You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I wasn't sure if you was.
Yeah.
You was good.
Yeah, everything cool. I was saying, tell everybody. Yeah, I know it was. Just keep talking. I don't know what the fuck that shit. But I'm just saying. I was saying, tell everybody about the Real Radio and the MaskOff.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, because I got this hat on, I'm gonna talk about MaskOff first. MaskOff is a podcast between four different black men. It's typically four different generations, and we talk about life. We originally started off. It's supposed to be funny. It started during the pandemic, and we do acting and improv, and we was gonna do like skits and stuff like that on the internet or whatever. And then when George Floyd took place, it kind of morphed into something a little bit more powerful. We said, you know what, we got this platform. We need to utilize this platform for something more than just shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? So we started talking about a lot of things that our audience, which is catered to black people, but we welcome everybody, but mainly our audience is we cater to the black people, period. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we kind of established the show where we got we talk about a variety of different things. Tune in. We on every Friday from 9 p.m. Every Friday at 9 p.m. Oh, I didn't know you was gonna do the pan in on me. Wow. Okay. Look at you learning some stuff. And Orilla Radio is something I came up with. It runs on Sundays from 5 to 6 p.m. And basically I cover all things music, all things that's involved in music. Sometimes we may have dialogue concerning what's going on in the social world today, but mainly it's a show where I can just pretty much talk about music I like and also highlight music that's out in the city, out in the world, different people that may be up and coming. And thanks for Rob too. He linked me with somebody that was up and coming and very talented artist. And check out my show that's on YouTube as well, Orilla Radio and MaskOff Podcast. Those are two shows that I'm part of, and I'm happy to be here. Let's get it.
Yeah. Shout out to the rest of the cast. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Malachi and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And
Dan and Jake.
Yeah, for sure. Dan and Jake for sure. You know what I'm saying? And while we talking about this, I don't know if Peasy is froze. They go artists for you right there to appear on your Real Radio right there.
Easy P.
Yeah.
It used to be Easy E. Now it's PZP.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I ain't been doing shit, man.
Oh yeah, PZP ain't nothing like Easy E. PZT.
Yeah. Shit. We had right.
PZP, man.
We had
get on and sleep in the park.
What I about to say, I guess everybody had a wonderful weekend. I have been to I had a fun, bad, terrible weekend. What I mean by terrible, that I almost went to jail, everybody, from partying too goddamn hard. Fell asleep in the White Castle drive-thru. Too old. I can't party like I used to. Uh for 2 hours. They took too long. Y'all know about 8 Mile to Greenfield. I was
That's
fuck
a
it.
bad spot. That's a bad spot to fall asleep.
I know, but you know, luckily everybody didn't nobody fuck with me, the police and nobody, but hey, cops and all, I was fucked up. But I think
but
it
no, but no, you didn't say they took too long, as if it's their fault you fell asleep in the line.
yeah, it's my fault. They fault. They was taking too long with the food and shit. Renee's daughter went off to prom. I was thankful to go to that event.
Thank
know
you
what
for
I'm saying?
showing up. Yeah.
Huh?
Too long.
What did you say, Peasy? Peasy over there. What did you say, Peasy? Peasy freezing up over there, drinking his old booze and shit. But man, I just wanted to really, you know what I'm saying, that today's topic is some random shit. I'm not gonna get
Equals 2 hours.
huh? Yeah, he behind. Peasy,
So
you
like,
behind.
why is delayed?
Yeah, you real delayed. Peasy, you real delayed. Yeah,
Hear me now?
he gonna hear that later on. Yeah, we hear you, but you just hearing us later.
It's still delayed.
Yeah, you skipping and it's delayed. Yeah, Peasy delayed.
I got 4 signal bars.
No, that's all good. I'm just saying that's what it's doing on the delay side of the game. I'm not gonna get too much into this topic, and I hope what I'm about to say. We hear you now. You good now? Yeah, you responded late at first, but I just want to talk about this shit real quick. This ain't the main topic, but this is something I want to talk about what I've been seeing on the news about another.
My phone.
See, huh? Another destruction tactic. That's what I'm gonna call it. We had the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Now we got monkeypox. If I don't know if y'all been seeing that, they
I
say
saw that.
This has come from Africa, which is rare to be here, and now our president is telling us that we need to be concerned. Y'all seen that?
You know what's odd? Every time that they have any disease, they always want to link it to be from Africa.
What happened with the president?
You know what I'm saying? Monkeypox, Ebola, Shih Tzu, COVID 85. You know what I mean? All this stuff be generated in somewhere in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I can't buy it, man. I can't buy it. And if it's from Africa, how the fuck you get over here? You know what I'm saying?
Just like we get the COVID from China. See? But evidently they done spread some more shit out here. So when you get bumps with pus coming out them bitches, you got the monkeypox. Because now they have, yeah, that's what they say. Like it's that and the fever. Like it's deadly, but it's not a big case of deaths from it. But this is something else because we have been able to survive the COVID. So now they're gonna throw something else on us.
They got it in
Florida.
And COVID.
It makes me think like.
Remember when COVID finally had hit? COVID been out for a long time.
I was just about to say, like, when you hear stuff, it makes me think like, well, how long has it been actually going on? Because before they tell you what's going on, they have been had cases and cases and cases. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, Now we got to tell the people, you know what I'm saying, something going on. But, you know, it been here. You know what I'm saying? Things like that been. It's just a matter of when they gonna tell us.
Yeah, but monkeypox though. Monkeypox is different. Nah, this also shit. Yeah, I feel like they are trying to eliminate our ass. You know what I'm saying? With every tactic they can before they have the real excuse to do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to talk about the Buffalo shooting. Peasy, you super delayed, Peasy. Like you come in after the fact. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I ain't want to talk about too. Try that. I didn't want to.
Hold on, Rod. Wait a minute. Oh no, I'm gonna look at my phone. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm tripping.
Well,
Kicking it Rob.
We keep talking, man. Let's keep it popping.
Yeah, no, we good. I don't care about that shit. That, you know, everything I do on this motherfucker is whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it Rob. God damn it, you gonna see all type of shit on this bitch. You might see a motherfucker, hopefully not arguing, fighting, whatever. It don't matter. It's kicking it with Rob. My shit, I don't give a damn about it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I was saying, like with the Buffalo, I hate to even talk about it without them here because I want to hear their opinions. But that Buffalo shit ties into a lot of that Buffalo shit ties into a lot of what with the monkeypox and the main topic that I want to speak about today. You know what I'm saying? It's we at war. We at war, and long as we, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to get too much into this shit. You know what I'm saying? But what you feel about the Buffalo thing, Renee?
About that guy going in there and shooting us up. I mean, well, you know, let's not act like we don't know that. When it comes to our community, just as much as they love us, because, you know, if you look at the world, far as like culture, dress, music, you know, our community, our culture actually dominates that. But however, the same things that they try to imitate and, you know, want to steal from us, that means they admire us, but however, they hate us at the same time. So when I saw that, it just wasn't no surprise to me. It's like we kind of keep hearing the same old story. You know, like we see this happen time and time again. It's been happening. Our ancestors told us about this many, many years ago. Now it's just like, I don't know. I always felt like we was enemy number one. So, you know, it's kind of, I shouldn't feel like, well, the same song again, but that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
We're under attack.
Yeah, we under fucking attack, and that's what I want to talk about today. Like for real, that's what I'm gonna talk about today for sure. I'm like I told you, I'm trying to learn this shit, y'all. All right, there we go. Peasy back. You good? Can you hear us now, Peasy?
Am I back?
Yeah, you back up, but it's still.
Am I delayed still?
I'm about to see. Can you hear me? Like what I'm saying right now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's delayed.
Yeah, it's still delayed. Sorry, people, goddammit. Huh?
Don't see my.
Yeah, just leave out and then just try to come back again. Yeah, because that shit ain't working. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, people. Goddamn it, we having technical difficulties around this motherfucker. We fucking with the world's internet around this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know when you dropping knowledge, man, and when you talking real shit, it's always some type of distraction that plays a part in the process. You know what I mean? So they must know you about to kick some real shit, some real good game. You know what I mean?
Evidently, they must know. You know what I'm saying? But
Did you know it was a guy there that allegedly spoke with him like the day before? It was like a bum. Nobody want to call him a bum, but he was a fucking vagrant that was outside the building, and he spoke with the bull, and they interviewed him, and he said that he spoke to him, and they talked about critical race theory and all this stuff, and the next day he did that. So my big issue with that is we invite everybody into our circle. We welcome people open arms in our circle, right? Whether you white, you Asian, you Japanese, you whatever you are under the sun, we're open arms and we accept you for who you are. And sometimes that bite us in the ass. This is one of the classic cases of we not vetting people before they come in our surroundings. We vet niggas that live up the street from us all day long. You know what I mean? Like, where you from? What set you from? Who your mama? Who your grandmama? But when it come from the dominant society or other people from other areas, we don't do the same vetting. It's like we forgot what not only the family structure was, but the community structure was. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, just like y'all probably grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. And growing up in the 80s and 90s, there was such thing called a block club. And I grew up on a block. I grew up on Crane between Forest and Warren. And we had the Egg Man, we had the Fruit Man, we had all these people that we relied on to do certain things. The Milkman, they came through. And we were still doing it during that time. You would think that was like in the 60s, but they were still doing it during that time I was coming up. And so then the men in the community took care of the block. So we all, us kids, had somewhere to be. And they vetted people who came on a block that wasn't from that area. We don't have that sense of community no more to where we understand, hey, look, this may not be physically ours, but we dwell right here. And this is our shit. So we need to protect it. And that's one of the cases that I wanted to mention to you when you was on the show. A lot of shit transpiring because we don't have a lot of togetherness as we should. And I'm speaking on a whole as far as Black people. It may be like 3 groups of people, 4 or 5, but as a whole, we be worried about the wrong shit, bro, all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, that's crazy because a lot of the shit that I really want to talk about today ties into all that. What I want to talk about is gonna go from niggas in the hood. I hate to even say the word niggas, but that's how we act sometimes. To what the agenda is. So right now we're gonna go into our segment, which is Kicking It with Rob's Breaking News with Renee.
That's you, Renee?
Hey, that's me.
Okay.
That is I. So check it out. So this week, what was going around buzzing in the media? Nick Cannon is back making music, y'all. So him and Chris Brown, they've been in the studio cooking up something, and they got a song out called I Do. So, you know, we kind of clown Nick a little bit for not having no rapping skills. But do you guys think y'all gonna listen since Chris Brown is on the song? And you know, Chris Brown, when he on something, he make that baby hot. So do y'all think Nick gonna have a hit or something that's gonna get played on the radio? What y'all thinking?
No. No. I mean, it is no diss to Nick Cannon. It's just that his place is acting and being and and being I consider him an activist because I listen to him. I listen to his podcast. I listen to certain things he do. Nick Cannon is an actor and an activist to me.
Okay.
In my opinion,
I don't see the music going nowhere with Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Even if Chris Brown is on it, it's a Chris Brown song. It ain't a Nick Cannon song. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women gonna tune in for CB, not
for Nick Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, well,
I don't know. Nick Cannon got a lot of baby mamas out there, bitch. They like him too.
I was thinking I will see because you know the ladies love Nick Cannon. You see all these kids he got, so we'll see.
He the last childhood star around this motherfucker right now. I guess you want to call it.
You feel like he the last? It's a few.
Who
you had with him? Jason Weaver? He gone.
What about Keke Palmer?
Ain't nobody checking for Keke Palmer.
Why? That young lady is talented. She's successful. Yeah. She's been around since she was a kid.
What is she doing?
Relevant today?
What's she doing now?
You know, she's always doing something. She's working. You know, she was just in media. You know, she was doing that. What was the show with Michael Strahan? When what was it? Was it? I can't remember, but she was definitely had her face with some heavy hitters.
I always thought she did too much. You know what I mean? She be extra. I always thought she'd be real extra. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was
in my opinion, Keke Palmer, ain't she the Killer and the Bee?
Yeah, but Killer and the Bee, yeah.
Yeah, that is her.
For killing me. She keeps a job.
Like I mean, but that's the last thing that I know. But she's just a cute chick who is out here to me. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really made no buzz.
Well, you know, she had her own talk show. You got to give it to her. I mean, maybe because you guys just don't follow her.
Yeah, I don't follow her.
But she has definitely paid the way for young Black girls, and that's what I like about her. Like, you know, we can say, you know what our personals, but what I will say is that she does give a inspiration to a group of young ladies that definitely need it because she's not ratchet. That's what I like. Now she, you know what I'm saying? She
I agree.
Still a young girl, so she does young, you know what I'm saying, young woman.
Yeah.
I like Keke. I like her energy. I like her work level. I like the fact that she still has her mom and dad. You know, her mama influenced heavily in her ear. So, you know, we talk about community and the village. Like, I like that she still, you know, leans on that community. So I'm messing with Keke Palmer. I'm definitely a Keke fan.
Yeah, I ain't knocking her. I ain't knocking her.
Go Keke, girl, go.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking Keke Palmer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't knocking her at all. I mean, the comment I made wasn't to diss the young lady. It was just when we was talking about the last of the, you know what I'm saying, the generation. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Shout out to Keke Palmer.
Yeah. No shade at Keke, but I just thought she was real extra. You know what I mean? But that's just me personally.
Right, everybody entitled to that. So moving on, I got one more for y'all. So this one right here kind of, I don't know if you've been following this story with Wendy Williams. You know, they wasn't trying to get Wendy her money. Wells Fargo had her money locked up. They was trying to Britney Spears her. Remember years ago when Britney Spears was fighting because her family said that she wasn't competent enough, you know, to handle her own funds. Well, they was trying it with Wendy, but I just and this week they talked about how her attorney said, like, it's not happening. Wendy Williams is definitely getting her money. A couple weeks ago, I had looked at a podcast or a clip of an interview with Wendy and Fat Joe, and she had said she had $2 in her bank account. $2. Now you can tell she was a little off because everybody know that she had a little accident on TV that she, you know, went through some health problems. But
you know what she did?
That got nothing to do with me handling my money.
When she fell on the stage, or
yeah. But I don't think it was because, you know, she says she has like something going on with her feet or whatever. But she was able to fight to get her money, so they're no longer locking her money up. So Wendy won that battle.
So let me say something about Wendy Williams. And when you said something about her feet, The only problem she had with her feet that the bitch is just big, too big
I
for
knew he was about to do that. I knew he was
one.
about to do that.
The two, fuck Wendy Williams. On the record. Matter of fact, let me put my motherfucking face up here on the close-up side of the game and let y'all know how I feel about certain shit when people be on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all up and close. Fuck Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams ain't did nothing but humiliated and try to in my opinion, downgrade the black community to make herself be famous. And this ain't shit but karma for her. So whatever happened to Wendy Williams, that's why she fucking was fucking with a dude and the nigga left her because she threw. She used to be cute. I saw an old picture of the bitch. She used to look all right. But fuck Wendy Williams.
Let us know how you really feel.
Well, I always thought she was on the LGBTQ with the T side of the game. I thought she was a trans back in the day,
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying, and made the transition, you know what I mean? But I also agree with Rob because I remember that interview she had with Whitney Houston, and that interview was just to pretty much try to make Whitney Houston look bad. And she did that with Judge Mathis, and she couldn't do it with Judge Mathis because Judge Mathis got in that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't do it with Whitney either because Whitney is she was straight from the street. Don't play with Whitney.
Yes, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Wendy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So my thing is when it comes to, like he said, karma is a motherfucker, man. If you put out that energy, you're gonna get the same energy back. And for some time with her dealing with issues with her husband and he cheating on her and doing all that stuff, and you steady on camera, you got a whole TV show based around exploiting the T of where they call T, I guess, exploiting the downfall of black people in society. That's going to bite you in the ass at some point. You know what I mean? So you can't give out that energy and think it ain't gonna come back at you.
There you have it.
So PZ back. We was talking about Renee had okay, you heard enough. There it is. That's all you need to know. The bitch ain't shit. The bitch ain't shit. All he had to know, all he needed to know was her name, and he was just like, the bitch ain't shit. She wears size 14 Timberland, goddammit. That's all you need to know.
Man, I'm 16, baby.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? She'll power forward. She'll power forward for the Knicks.
For sure. But to the real shit, man, like all jokes aside and shit like that, like on some serious shit, we got the Buffalo shooting, we got the monkeypox. Everything that seemed like I guarantee the monkeypox gonna target us and shit. You're gonna see niggas walking around here through. But
and I just looked at a case that we had some black guy in South Florida, possibly Miami, with a case of the monkeypox already.
See? So what I want to talk about today, like this the main topic, y'all, is what would it take for black people to come together? And you know that shit can go a lot of ways, like far as
it's gonna take
all type of
it's gonna
shit.
take for a whole nother country. It's gonna take for a whole nother country to come over here and start fucking us up. Then niggas gonna come together. But until then, niggas is stupid. They gonna keep killing each other. That it's like they don't want better. White people kill for their race. White people kill for white people. Niggas don't kill for niggas. It's fucked up. Niggas don't even kill for black women. They don't even kill for their mama. They'll kill their homeboy though, cause the nigga owe him some money. Only thing that's gonna bring niggas together is when niggas quit being ignorant. When they quit being NIGGAS and when they start being NEGUS.
Deep. I know about that NUTUS shit too. Yeah. So you feel like we gotta be provoked like when shit. So let me say this. So this is this is the disguise. Like they not gonna make it. They know that. They know that. That's when we gonna unite. So they're not gonna physically bring motherfuckers here where we see we thinking like standoff. They ain't gonna come at us like that. They coming at us like they coming at us right now. Go ahead, Ant.
A lot of people don't realize that we are currently in a systematic war. You know what I'm saying? We've been in a war and we've been slaves. It's just that the chains are not on us physically, they're on us mentally and they're on us emotionally. We get taught to learn someone else's history. So when you devalue your own history, that means that you have no place in life that you feel you connect with anything. African Americans have nowhere to go. We can't go back to Africa. We have no place in Africa. African Americans can't go to Italy. We can't go to Europe. We can't go nowhere. So what do we call home? America. America is essentially our home in which we created, but we have no stake in anything. We are the biggest consumers that occupy America, and we settle with being the consumer. You know what I mean? We may get one or two that may rise above, but we get taught that you only take care of you and your family. You don't get taught that a village is, like I was speaking about village earlier. We got taught a village is help raise a community. They destroyed that shit once they put the crack in the communities back in the 80s and the 90s. So once they start looking at how we can get quick money, how we can move, how we can do all these things that generate some revenue, because we live in these communities where it's destitute and people are struggling. Goal is to keep us struggling. We find a way to where we can be self-reliant upon us. That's a way we can come together. But it got to get past what PZ said, the nigga shit. We need to stop looking at it from an avenue of being niggas, you know what I'm saying? And think about how can I help this sister? How can I help this brother? Instead of we so bent on trying to get over on each other.
Right. How you feel? What's your opinion on that, Renee?
And that's a big question. And I really don't know because of the things that already been brought out, that the mindset of us, we're so divided. We don't want to support each other. We don't like each other. I don't know. It's very, very heartbreaking because I always had this saying like, I love us. I get so mad at us at us though, because they don't have to do much to get us to turn on each other. Like, so I'm not sure of what's the solution. It's so deep rooted in some of us. Like, even I look at the age group, my age group. What are we teaching our kids? Who at some point we have to unlearn some things and learn some new things. And a lot of the things that we've been doing as a community, as a people, has been wrong. So we have to, we talk about there's a such thing as generational curses, in individual families, but as a community as a whole, as Black people, we have that as well, that we have not resolve within ourselves. And I think that has to happen. We have to unlearn some things that we have been used to doing for so long in order for us to move on, in order to become united like we should be. That hate that we have for each other, it has to go. And it's been that way for many years. They brainwashed us a long time ago to teach us to be against each other. So we definitely have to clean that up in order for us to be able to unite.
So let me give my opinion on this shit, like all the way. We at war. Black people ain't gonna do shit because they scared of the Caucasian male and female. You know what I'm saying? They scared of them. They go to work. and they bow down to the Caucasian boss when they ride by or walk by or whatever. They behave. Leave that bullshit alone. You got to make sure these niggas know that you the boss. Meaning, get your shit together. Support each other. You know what I'm saying? You got to support each other. So many people, you know what I'm saying? I'm even talking about even shit I'm doing right now. Motherfuckers they hate on you. And my podcast is all about supporting and showing what motherfuckers. I said it time and time again. I set a platform to show what everybody got to offer to help. If you rapping, singing, doing taxes, I don't give a fuck what it is. You got a platform right here to do your shit. Free promotion. But instead of accepting that and working together, you niggas hate and then you decide to go to TikTok. You just niggas want fame. You want to go on TikTok, show your ass, do all this type of shit to get fame. That's not helping us. You're degrading yourself, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that's what you doing. Like, and then they be like, nigga, gonna look at it and all this type of shit. Yeah, we gonna look at it because that's what we are. We male and you got the females. You know what I'm saying? We gonna look at that. That's what we like to look at. But y'all motherfuckers need to start supporting each other, man. Real shit. Like, do it. Cause I will. Go ahead, man.
Where do you think this hate generates from?
Huh?
Where do you think the hate that we know of, where it generated from? What's some of the avenues you think helped create this hate that we see today?
Music. I always blame the shit on well, I believe it's music.
I feel
Music
like
and
it goes.
media. Music and media.
I feel like it goes deeper than that. I feel like back during slavery, it was in. I feel like it go way back deeper than that. I feel like it's when you have slaves, black slaves, some in the house and some out in the field. Like it already kind of set a tone for putting you against each other. I'm a better slave than you. So for me, I don't think it's just music. It goes so much deeper than that to where we don't even touch the surface of the damage that has been caused mentally, emotionally, physically. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like we are a damaged people for real. And as we continue to go on and you see people raising their kids, you can tell we're damaged. They don't care. Stand up. You're 17, 16 years old and you can smoke a blunt in front of your mother. I couldn't dare do that. You know what I'm saying? But however, there's a generation of kids that have that they can do that because we're damaged. We don't think nothing is wrong with those things. They're destructive, but you don't think nothing wrong with it.
Let me say this real quick before don't forget your point. The reason why I said music and media because I feel like the slavery and stuff like that, we had an opportunity to change that. And our era when we grew up, our parents was getting to the point where what you saying where they didn't give a fuck, but we had the parents that did. So I think the music and media and drugs and help with the new generation parents and the way the upbringing is right now.
I think it plays a part. Yeah, I think it all plays a part.
That's why I say music and media.
I think also too, man, and I had to really analyze a lot of things I was doing once I became a parent. Like when I was coming up, my mom, she when we get into it, you know, when I would get in trouble, she would always whoop me with a extension cord, with a belt, not a extension cord, with a switch or a belt or something like that.
I got hit with a extension cord. Goddamn.
No, I didn't. I meant to say belt and switch. She ain't with me no extension cord. You know what I mean? But I started thinking about what am I doing if I'm perpetuating this same stuff over to my kid, right? I'm teaching my kid that in order for him to get the results I need, I have to beat it out of him. Where does that come from? That's a direct correlation of what? Slavery, right?
Right.
So
I'm about to
I'm
say that.
thinking, I'm training him to invoke violence instead of using his brain. I'm
Mhm.
training him to think irrational and think that only way that you can have any normacy is with toxicity in mind. You know what I mean? So I had to realize that I'm destroying him before he even has the ability to even get outside of my doorstep. You know what I mean? So you start to wonder, like, when the kid gets older, you go, that's not the way I raised you. In actuality, I did raise you in a volatile situation. I did raise you to be violent. Now, let's take, for instance, with white culture. White culture, they let their kid express themselves any kind of way they want to express themselves. Little Timmy can be in the store acting a fucking fool. He could be fucking rolling all over the floor. He could be doing anything, but they use a concept of timeout. And we are totally against timeout because we feel like, oh, he should get his ass whooped. Why is that our mentality that everything revolves around ass whoopings? You know what I mean?
Because let me say this real quick, Aunt. Why did they take that away? Why do you think
Why?
they took that away?
Because that's reserved for us.
No. Why do you think they took whooping your child? I get what you're saying. I really feel what you're saying about that is some slavery shit, but that's the tactic they use to discipline and control us in slavery. And I get what you're saying. It's not good, but I think that's something that needed to be done because the way they look, you got to look at it like they took that away from our community, meaning it to be abuse. Because you remember our teachers used to be able to pop us and shit like that.
Yeah,
They took that shit away
it's your teacher.
for a reason. They
You
took
go
it away
to
for a reason because they knew it'll work. You see, and I mean, you know, I mean, abuse, not abuse, but popping a kid for doing some shit that will work.
but at the same
That's
time,
my little Timmy. That's why little Timmy shooting up shit.
but see, think about that though. Little Timmy got freedom of speech. Little Timmy has the ability to think outside the box because he has no barriers. We teach our kids about barriers and boundaries. You know what I mean? You have a boundary with me. That's why I whoop your ass. You have a boundary in school. That's why I whoop your ass. Your job is to go there, sit down, do your work, shut the fuck up, and don't get in trouble. We don't necessarily say it like that as adults when we talking to our kids, but all in all, we train them to be good employees, future employees. And when they don't, we reward them, we punish them with ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying?
I'm totally for ass weapons.
And I'm gonna say this, like, I think I'm not for and I'm not against. I'm for disciplining your child to the degree that your child needs it, because I'm not for a kid being grown and not having any kind of boundaries, not having any kind of discipline, any kind of structure, so they're disrespectful. So for me, whatever your child needs, you as a parent have the responsibility to raise an adult, to raise a child, because you know they're going to become an adult at one point in time, at some point in time. And we want them to be respectable, responsible adults in society. Because again, we're gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be the ones that's gonna be making decisions, and that is going to affect our everyday livelihood. So as a parent now, whatever you need to do, I just don't think that being your kid's friend and not having any kind of, okay, pull them back, reel them back in, is detrimental to us. It doesn't get us anywhere. It is not effective.
And I'm not saying be anybody's friend because I'm damn sure not my kid. And they know that. I'm your dad first and foremost. But what I am saying, when it comes to how we look at how we can get us back on track, right? We've been failing on how we raise our kids. We've been failing on how we build a community. And even when you talk about people who don't rob and steal and kill, we teach them to go to school, go to college, try to get a scholarship. If you can't get a scholarship, you end up taking out a loan. What that do? That puts you already in debt. You know what I mean? So when they get out of school, they already in debt. And so we don't look at economic stability, not just for them in their future, because we don't got no money. So we teach them lending and borrowing, you know what I'm saying? Lending and borrowing early. And with most cases, they end up in debt before they able to turn 25, 27 because they don't have proper economic guidance. So I'm saying that to say, I'm sorry, I'll let you go right there. I'm saying that to say, when we teach, we don't teach from a point of we teaching to help build for another foundation. We teach for survival. So I think part of getting out of the ability to teach for survival is one of the issues that we need to tackle first.
And I just wanna add too. So, when you were saying my household, I'm not for going into debt. I think sometimes because parents, we don't know, so therefore you can't teach what you don't know. But for me and my daughter, people would ask me, like Rob mentioned, my baby graduating this year. I got a senior. So they'll ask me, like, what school she going to? She going to college? No, she's going to esthetician school. Why? Because college isn't for everybody. And I knew when my daughter told me in the 3rd grade, she didn't like school. And this 3rd grade, you know what I'm saying? Everything is fun in elementary school, you think. No, she meant that. You know what I'm saying? Because we went through our years of schooling with her showing me that she really wasn't the type of kid that liked school. But however, when she got to high school, because me, I made some mistakes and I kind of had to learn some things on my own, which was a good and a bad thing too. But however, it helped me to kind of see some things that I could have did better when I was making those decisions. So for me as a parent now, I don't play with my daughter. We kick it and I give her the real deal. So when she had told me, when she found what it was that she wanted to do, boom, let's do it. Because we're not about to rack up a whole bunch of debt because I don't want you to do that. Because you will mess yourself up. So when, and I say this, I can have that conversation with my daughter because I experienced some things. Thankfully, I was smart enough to learn from those experiences and then say, hey, to my daughter and whoever else is listening. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do something, hey, try this, give you another option. Not to say they're going to take my route because, I said it, but just to let you know that you don't have to go into a whole lot of debt in order to be successful. There's other avenues to get to that level of success that you want to get to. So,
and that's true. And a lot of parents today, they are getting smart about making those decisions because we have been placed in debt. Our generation, I went to college and what I got to show for it is debt. You know what I mean? And
me too.
I may be smart, but I still got money to pay the damn government. And Joe did everything but fucking give me my goddamn hello.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Get that shit out of here, Joe.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like I agree with you said. That was deep about the weapon part. You know what I'm saying, or beating the kids or whatever to get them together. But I think it was necessary only because I think they only, like I said before, they took the shit away for a reason. So now parents of the new age are scared because they feel you're going to get a charge for disciplining your kids now. You know what I'm saying? So that may have been one of the reasons why these motherfuckers acting crazy now, on top of drugs and every goddamn thing, the media and every goddamn thing. But the media affect us all. Most people affect us all right now. You know what I'm saying? So only way we gonna get back together is to unite at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it take more than uniting though, Rob. It take more than just unite because I could be with you, Renee. Look, PZ ain't even here, and PZ trying to unite. You know what I'm saying? I'm only making a joke because he's been having difficulty. But it take more than just being in a nigga face, or you know what I mean, smiling in a female's face. We need to do more than just that. We need to have think tanks. A lot of white folks, they have think tanks. They set up shit when they want to do getting their white supremacy bag, you know what I mean? They have shit, internet chats. They do all this shit. So hey,
Right,
look,
but we so far behind. And we so far behind that we got to start there first.
I don't think
And that's the hard part. We got to start there to get to everything you talking about. We can't even get to that part.
What, the getting together part?
Yeah, we can't even do that.
We can get together and smoke some weed. How many people?
Right, I'm trying to get together.
It works the same way. You just had an event you did. How many people showed up for your event? You had a bunch of people at your event. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Well, you get what I'm saying. When it's about party and bullshit, we can get together and party and bullshit.
Yeah.
But niggas don't want to hear a message. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to do no work. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. When it's talking about real growth, they ain't want to do it because they lazy and they content.
And that means you gotta change something. That means you gotta stop doing something or start doing something. Like you said, work means you're putting in effort. And sometimes, you know, the thing that you used to do, you might learn that that's not something that you should do in order to move forward. So that means you might have to look at yourself. And some people don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to see the flaws and the things that they need to work on, because that means it's me. I gotta take responsibility for me. So people have a problem with that.
Yeah. And go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Tom.
I also believe that when you start taking accountability for yourself, you start thinking about all the shit you did that was wrong. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't want to hold that, you know what I mean, to the light. And, you know, we could talk about how many different ways white folks have held us down, but we refuse to talk about. There's a great percentage of us holding us own, you know, we holding our own self back too. You know what I mean? And it's got to change, bro. It's got to change.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna put a snippet of this part up right here, and everything I'm saying, I'm gonna put a snippet of this part right here. Watch how many motherfuckers don't say shit about it. I know motherfuckers might not be watching right now, but watch how strong this show was about a message we was giving to the black people. They gonna ignore it. Only way they was gonna watch this shit if me and you was fighting or if Renee had her titties out.
That's true. That's
it.
But true. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They all about degrading. They love that shit. They would watch. They will. I know people who watch fat bitches sit there and eat themselves to death, and they love that shit.
You know that mukbang shit?
Yeah, it's a lot of that shit where these bitches be on there just talking and gossiping and be eating sandwiches today, and then episode 25 they be fucking obese. But the women be like, "Oh, that's my girl. Y'all follow her." That's crazy.
They got a seafood boil, and they oh shit,
all over their motherfucking face, and they love that shit. They like, that's my girl. Follow her.
You should Shantae and Earl. They'll be on next week.
Them bitches be paid. Them bitches are getting paid to kill themselves.
Yeah,
real shit. So the type of shit we talking right now, this is a prime example of what we saying. You motherfuckers don't like knowledge. Y'all just want to. They think about the money, I guess. They think about just like, let me do something trending to give me the bag right now, but I'm killing or humiliating myself. That's what they do.
That all plays into the brainwashing that Renee was speaking about earlier. You know, we've been brainwashed. Yeah. Another aspect of brainwashing would be religion. We've got taught to be good Christians. And what is a good Christian? A good Christian is a person who gives all their reality to a spiritual component, and everything that you are accountable for, you give it to God instead of addressing what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
What I'm about to say right now, y'all ain't gonna. People ain't gonna like. Y'all might not like. But that church shit ain't nothing but you worshiping the devil. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Because you following the court.
What you mean, bug?
We don't even know what our real. because our real beliefs we don't even know our real beliefs. We just doing what they told us. I always feel like that. I'm not knocking saying it's not a God. I always believe that shit, but we following a court. Christianity, baptism, Jehovah Witness, all that shit is a court. The Jehovah Witness will come to your door. You know what I'm saying? And you ignore them because you believe what you was taught to believe, which is the court you was told to believe. Donald Trump came to the motherfucking hood and went to the church on Grand River in Oakman. The church take money from the government. Fuck it. The churches take money from the government to fund, not to they take the money not to really help us like it was supposed to be, quote unquote. They take the money so they won't support the black communities no more. If you notice.
A lot of what you're saying making sense, my brother. I think what you're saying, and I could be wrong when you're saying this, that the government, they use us for when they trying to get in office, and then when they finish using us, they disappear. There's tactics they've been using for decades on how to deal with black people. Now you go back and you think about, I brought up religion, right? So there's a book talk about the black civilization, right? And it talks about when we was in Africa, one of the ways in which they was able to help us convert over to Christianity is they had three things that they were going to do. And they spoke about them. They said, first, we'll talk to the chief. And then after we talk to the chiefs, and he's either going to give us the land or we're going to take the land. So in most cases, a lot of these lands in Africa were already kind of shabby because a lot of Africans knew that Europeans was coming through word of mouth, right? So what they would do if they ran across anybody with a chieftain. Now you got to remember too what type of year was this, like in the 1800s. So white folks in Europe had already developed weapons, you know what I mean, other than sticks and knives and swords. They had pellet guns. So when they arrived in Africa to these lands that still had chiefs in it, they'll come over and then they'll first send the missionaries, and they missionaries act like they helping, and they have like gruel, and they have like at the bottom of the bowl of the gruel, it'll be a cross, right? So they give you gruel, then you looking at the cross, and they'll talk about Jesus, and they'll talk about Jesus Christ, and this is during the Crusades, right? So when they would do that, and they say, "No, we need food, but I think we want our land." That's when they'll say, "You know what? We've given you food. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask you more politely, a little bit forcefully, and then when that don't take place, they'll start shooting the shit out of you." You know what I mean? So you start looking at those three components, right? And how we got indoctrinated into what religion was. Everybody, you start seeing all your people die. They die. And so then the same oppressor that's coming to oppress you is also feeding you not only food, but he's giving you your religion to stand by. And who's they religion headed person would be Jesus. So you'll see this white figure, you'll love this white figure because it represents who's coming to save you. So fast forward today, black people are in a crisis because we still believe in the practice, in the doctrines of white supremacy and white supremacists, and what have they invoked on us. They have literally made us their mental, emotional, physical slave. And is he froze? Renee?
It looked like he's froze, right? Yeah, he's froze.
he thinking deep too.
Yeah, that's the perfect caption though. Like with him to get froze right there. Okay. I'm trying kicking him around.
Kicking him around in deep thought.
Deep thought right there. Yeah. I need to screenshot that.
Yeah, right. So we I guess we could keep talking till he come back, but you understand what I'm saying though. Like it's going to take a lot, and it's just unfortunate. Like today's agenda doesn't correlate with us. Oh shit, kicking it with Rob, and now it's kicking it with Renee.
Rob better get in here.
You doing
Yeah,
awesome though. You doing awesome.
okay,
But
well, go ahead. Well, I'm listening. Go ahead. Keep kicking
I'm
them
gonna
out.
stop talking. This ain't my show. This y'all show.
No, but you was in the middle of your thought. Go ahead.
Oh, look at you trying to get out of you running this
Nah.
show. No show, girl. What I'm gonna say, I don't feel like we're gonna ever be in a position where we come together. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's sad. It's sad because you're saying that, and as much as I would like to disagree with you, I agree with you. I don't feel that we will be able to do that on our own. We have I just think we have so many issues with ourselves that we have not, even attempted to acknowledge, attempted to work on. Even I think about something that's near and dear to me is mental health. And that's a topic that in our community is like, you don't say that, but I think that is something that we should talk about and we should make more normal so that we can get the help that we need, and maybe we'll be able to heal a little better because we're walking around here with certain issues and we're not doing what we need to do to better ourselves. So as much as I don't want to agree with you, I do agree with you when it comes to us not coming together. I want us to, but we got a lot of work to do.
I think the writing is on the wall, man. The writing is on the wall that we'll forever be in the state that we are because we thinking from a standpoint of trying to get them to change. And if you in control, you really think I'm gonna change what the fuck I do? Like, you really think I'm about to do what you want me to do because why? Because you black and you want that? No. Like, you gotta think outside the box. Like, right now it's been a real surge and a real push about reparations. And that's you know what reparations is. Black people want they 40 acres in their mule. You really think we're getting that? Fuck no. They did a whole campaign during the presidency about reparations. They danced around it. They talked over it. They came to see all the black people that they can see that was talking about it. And they ain't doing shit for you. You know what I
It's
mean?
it's the saying that I like to say they tickled their ears. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a little something that make you feel good, just tickle your ears, and then none of that happens.
None of that happens. You gotta look
Mhm.
at what a lot of these black people that you'll see that gets on here. And I follow a lot of them because I get the information, whether it's Tariq Nasheed, Boyce Watkins, Claude Anderson, Francis Cress Welsing. I know all these prominent names that have brought out books and talked about we should do shit differently as a community. But you realize that when you see like a Benjamin Crump, you know who Benjamin Crump is?
No, can you tell me?
Benjamin Crump is the motherfucker. He black as shit, bald head. He always show up when something catastrophic took place.
Okay,
He's like Al Sharpton, but
like an
Benjamin
L
Crump
sharp. Okay.
he's like a lawyer. He's not even
Okay.
a lawyer. He always stand up. Like if you seen this Buffalo shooting, right? Benjamin Crump was standing right there with the families, holding the families while they express all their grief. And they talk like what was the boy name that died down in Alabama? I think it was Alabama. It was Atlanta. Aubrey. He was
Oh
down there
yeah.
with the Aubrey
Yeah.
family.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of bullshit. Like they lure the family over and they try to console the family to where they end up, if it's some wrong injustice that the city did, they try to get them to settle instead of fighting for the injustices. And that's what he does. That's what Benjamin Crump does. That's what Al Sharpton does. Al Sharpton just paid for all the funerals for all the people in Buffalo because of the fact that he he knows a lot of people don't fuck with him. Just like Jesse Jackson. You know, they got rid of Jesse Jackson when he was in the shit. What was it? I want to say Minnesota. When George Floyd, they told Jesse Jackson, get the fuck out of here. We don't fuck with you. So he had to up and dip. So with Al Sharpton, Al Sharpton, he decides that instead of just showing up, I'm gonna start paying for shit. So I'm gonna start paying for shit, so they have to include me in it. I'm gonna start paying for shit, so I gotta be the voice of black people. And what these people do, they become vultures because they're not actually there because of what the issue is. They there to leech off the situation and try to steer the fucking direction in a Democratic favor or Republican favor. You know
Can
what I
y'all
mean?
hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
we can
you.
hear you.
Okay.
Good to be back, my brother.
Yeah, it was on some bullshit.
I was here kicking it with Renee.
I was trying to hold it down for you, my brother.
Yeah, it was tripping.
You know what I'm saying? So they become, in a sense, vultures when anything catastrophic takes place with black people. You start looking at it, all these mass murders, and you'll start seeing the same people around. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's really sad. And they've learned how to leech. So there's no togetherness. You know what I mean?
It's really sad, and what you're making me think about is the monetary value that, unfortunately, once we hear like, oh, okay, it's some money involved, everything goes to let's get the money, as opposed to, we want to stand up and make change and make things right for us. We'll just be like, forget it and sell out for the money. I don't want to use the word sell out, but
That's
the money.
that's a perfect word. Look at Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
All the people that was a part of Black Lives Matter, they took all that funding and all that
And got a mansion.
got
did
a
all type
mansion.
of whole shit.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, come on.
Yeah, but what a lot of people don't know, that Black Lives Matter was not nobody black doing that shit.
Yeah, it started by white women.
Yeah, started by white women. So it was already a disaster.
Co-op. It was co-op.
They was trying to start some shit then. So I can say we have been strong, but no, I ain't gonna say start some shit. They were trying to test to see what the fuck we was gonna do. That's why they had the stage motherfuckers destroying shit when it wasn't the black people doing it. They was trying to provoke and poke and see what they can get away with. And we let them get away with it. Because we were so in tune with looking at the media and being on TikTok and shit, making jokes about it and all that type of shit. We didn't even want to fight.
Hey Rob, if we was really on some revolutionary shit, right? Think about when they had all them so-called riots in these urban environments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of breaking down the Rite Aid, breaking down the Family Dollar,
the
fucking
community,
up your store, your local stores, fucking up the Foot Locker, fucking up Walmart, we would have been hitting the banks. We'd have been hitting National Guard. We would have been hitting all these places that that the government protects. We would have been fucking going after. Mm-hmm. This is how you know niggas is not really on no revolutionary shit. They on some get money quick, fast, hurry up so I can flip this shit and do some bullshit.
You know who's gonna start? You know who's gonna start the Revolutionary War? It's the same motherfuckers who stormed the Capitol. That's what's gonna start it.
But in my perspective, you know who that was for? Who? That was for, it was white people against white people to see who was gonna control black people. That's what I took. You know what I mean? And I felt like the rednecks felt like they got wrong. So the rednecks uprise and they saying, hey, look, we ain't gonna look, you took my mans out of the office. Donald Trump speaks for me. Donald Trump, look, y'all dicked him over. We gonna ride for our nigga. That's my nigga. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we all know what would have happened if it would have been us. We even made it that far. They would have met us down the street.
You got sniped quick.
Where the fuck y'all going? Huh? Mm-hmm. It was a group. What was it? It was a group. Not fucking around. You remember that group? The NFC.
No, I never heard of it.
It was this group called the Not Fucking Around group, right? And they had this dude. He was a skinny black dude, right? He was supposed to be. It was a black group. It was called the Not Fucking Around group. No, it wasn't a rap group.
Oh, okay.
They was supposed to be some throwback Pan-African black guys, right? Black guys and black women. And they was about guns. You know what I mean? They was parading around with guns. And they was parading around marching in certain places. Say like when it was talking about getting rid of Confederate flags. So they marched down to where they was at and they stood out in front and they had all these guns, all these black people with guns. But the issue was, we come to find out the guy that was leading it, he was actually co-opted. And what I mean by co-op, he wasn't really for no black organization. He actually worked for Trump. He was like a bull for Trump. So you will have all these, like you were saying, you'll have all these plants that will come and see what they will do. What will black people do? What would they would try to do? If we decide to give them guns, will they follow? You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? So you have to look at how they play these games with us. You know what I mean? It's like it's all strategizing and strategic shit they do with us. You know what I'm saying? They have all these think tanks to say, okay, cool. Oh, they did this. Like, take for instance, when you see motherfuckers walking on Livernois with an AR-15, a white guy. Remember they showed that shit?
Yeah.
You remember that, Miss Renee?
When was that? When was that?
That was like a couple years back.
Yeah,
before COVID. It was like a white guy walking in the hood, crossing from McDonald's to Burger King with an AR-15 on his shoulder, right? And nobody did shit. All that shit be tests. You know what I'm saying? Let's test to see, can I actually go in a black neighborhood and get away with this shit? And then they go back and they write about it. You know what I mean? They go back and they strategize about it.
But see, you know what they do? They be trying to test what we gonna do far as the social media shit, because what most motherfuckers did was went on their phones to get views. You see what I'm saying? To be like, look at this motherfucker. All they gave a fuck was about the views of going viral and shit. Go viral about some real shit.
Think about
some knowledge shit. That's what it's about.
Think about what came out of that too. Remember you said they did those views, right? And they had a comparison. What happens when a white guy walk in the hood with an AR-15 and the police stop them? They start talking to police. They started fucking chatting it up about the particular gun they had.
Yeah.
But you remember they showed a black guy walking down the street with an AR-15. They told that nigga to take that shit off. They had guns drawn, all that shit, right? I don't know if y'all saw that on TikTok and on all that, on social media. So, to my perspective, what they did, you open the floodgates for a Kyle Rittenhouse, which now opens the floodgates to this Gentry guy. You know what I'm saying? So, all they doing is doing tests, and they seeing how far they can get away with it.
But shit, man. Hey, look, we gonna end this motherfucker for real. I appreciate y'all holding this motherfucker down for me when my shit was on some technical difficulty. People, I was through. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I said, let me go to the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Got your back. We got your back.
It's all good. Kicking with Renee, she held it down.
Man, I ain't know. I thought y'all left for real. I'm like, shit. You know? But Tone, I appreciate you coming through.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
For sure, man. I mean, you kicked a lot of knowledge today. I think was very informational to my audience. And like I said before, man, y'all motherfuckers, like, this show was deep on some shit where we at war. We at war, and little do y'all know you know what I'm saying, the shit that's going on in the news and the media, it's gonna go down. This shit about to go down. It's been happening since 2020, because we had the COVID. Then you go into the BML shit and all that fake shit, but they testing us, and they testing to see how they gonna come at us. So when I say about uniting, I think this supporting shit is over with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Far as, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, like, you ain't support me. Far as not me per se, but motherfuckers like you not support my business or shit like that. That shit over with. You need to support everybody on the strength like shit about to go down. The motherfuckers cut these lights off again, like they did when they shut this bitch down. When they cut the lights off, what we gonna do?
You know, I want to say this, and I was saying to kicking it with Renee, I was saying that only way that we're going to do anything if we start giving them the same energy that they give us. There's no way you come to a black community, you air out black people at the grocery store, which were soft targets, and we don't come back and air out every fucking body that you know and love. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be no conversation. It should be what the fuck it is, period. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's how I feel. And until we able to match that same energy, we're gonna still be under the same mindset. You hear me, Rob?
Yeah, I hear you. I almost fucked up. That's what I almost did. But I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Where the
Where
homie go?
where Renee go?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where the homie goes? She did.
Yeah, Renee probably went to bed. She was yarning, goddamn it. Nah, but I was commenting on something. But I feel you. I feel you for sure. Like, damn, why this shit like this? See this now I'm on the phone shit. Yeah, man, this shit went all bad, man.
It's
This shit
all
went
good.
all
You'll
bad,
figure it
man.
out.
Look at that. Shit went all bad, man. Nah, but like I say, man, appreciate it. Appreciate you falling through. I'm gonna go on and end this motherfucker for real.
Yeah, man. That, you know, I'm look. Whenever you need me, my brother, I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mhm. Uh, we had some comments and shit. Look at this shit. I can't even. Boy, this shit terrible. Fuck this shit. I gotta go back to my video shit. I can't do this shit no more, people. I gotta go back to my cameraman type shit. I gotta just wait. I'm trying to do this shit on some consistency, but this shit ain't good. I don't like it. I don't
Man, don't
like
give up. Man. You could do it. Don't give up.
it.
You could
I don't
do it.
like it. Yeah, yeah. I
You see
gotta.
the shit we be doing on our show?
I
Well,
know. I might need to go to StreamYard and fuck this shit right here.
yeah, I never dealt with what is this again?
It's Restream. It's cool. I just gotta learn this shit, man. I'm so used to my shit. Mm.
Yeah, and that's the
Fuck
thing
it.
too. Once you get accustomed to doing it yourself, you're not even gonna want to deal with no cameraman because you know what to do. You know what I mean? So that's part of growth and elevating, man. You learn it. You don't need nobody to do it for yourself. You can do it.
Hmm. So before you go in, you got anything you want to throw out there?
Man, tune in to MaskOff every Friday at 9 p.m. Tune in to Orilla Radio every Sunday at 5 p.m. I said 9 p.m. for MaskOff, right?
Right.
At Orilla Radio is 5 p.m. on Sundays. Coming up, no, actually, I don't got a show to do until June. But look out for me at Planet N. I'll be doing hip prov with Jake and Tam. You know,
What's that?
that's hip prov.
Yeah.
What that is, it's like a show that they doing where you do you answer like hip hop questions and you can win prizes and shit like that, and you know you act out certain things. It's a nice little show that's been going on for a good 2 years, you know, and check it out, check it out, check it out.
Mhm.
And I
All
send
right.
you information about it, so you can
Yeah,
step
for
in
sure.
there. You can step in there and check it out with me.
I'm about to be a part of this shit, man.
You about to be a part of it?
Everything. I want to act and everything. God damn it.
Oh,
Nah, let me
you
stop.
you trying to get down? Get down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But all right, man. Look, like I say, man. Anytime, I shit. You might have to come. You might have to come to the spot because I ain't about to keep doing this shit, man.
Man, don't give up. You got it, bro.
I can't do it no more. Goddamn it, I can't. But once again, man, appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you, brother.
No doubt, man, brother. You be safe.
Yeah, you too.
Peace.
Yeah. Kicking it with Rob.
I like that outro. Kicking it. All right, Rob.
I'ma go the other way if I ain't feeling it. From the mile where I'm pitching.
Ride through the hood like a OG. Ride with the pole just in case the devil want me. Ride through the hood like a hood nigga. On probation with that case on my waist, but I'm good.